F4 U.S. Championship and the Mossport Karting Center had 3 fantastic races at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park as a part of the Labor Day sprints. Saturday morning, and we woke up to a damp and slowly drying track. The FR-F4 staff had to go out and repaint the grids for the starts. The F4 U.S. Championship would be the first on track for Mossport Karting Center Race 1 for the Formula 4 U.S. Championship. Only 5 of the 6 new Ligier JS422s took the rolling start, with some drivers opting for slick hand-cooked tires and some opting for wets. Daniel Quimby on the pole kept the lead over P2 Nicholas Stoddy, but Quimby did a fantastic job of controlling a nearly out-of-control machine in harsh conditions as Stoddy was ready to pounce right behind him. Challenging driving conditions in a drying circuit made for a difficult race that was cut short as Barrett Wolf slid off at turn 10, slightly impacting the wall, causing a red flag that would end F4 Race 1. Daniel Quimby from Sydney, Australia with Cruise America, MIR Raceline, and Fiji Airways takes the top step, followed by Nicholas Staddy of Dalkeith, Australia in the AGI Sport taking second, and in third, Connor Roberts from LaGrange, Georgia with ApexSpeed.com and Entropy Sellers. Saturday evening and F4 Race 2 would be a thrilling race, and you could hear the spectators cheering as we had a pass for the lead. All 6 Ligiers took the start, and what a great start it was. Quimby took the lead into turn 1, followed closely by Nicholas Stoddy and Connor Roberts. Nicholas Stoddy able to get a draft on the Andretti straight and bravely keeps his foot in it and goes around the outside at 8 to take the lead. Staddy led for a few laps, but Quimby was able to make an ultra-brave pass exiting turn 10. A few times, Connor Roberts in third had a look on both Quimby, then Stoddy in the draft. Then Roberts able to make the pass for second in the draft on the Andretti straight. But by this time, Quimby had taken off, and the fight was for the last step on the podium. Starting at the back was Alex Crosby, who methodically hit his marks and worked his way through to fight Stoddy for the last step on the podium. But Stoddy wouldn't make it easy. Finally, late in the race, he was able to make that late break into turn 10 with the overtake for the last step on the podium.
Alex, tell me about your drive today.
It was great to finally get on the podium after a tough race 1, fluid engine.
Hey Connor, tell me about your race today.
It was good. We had a pretty good qualifying, which was going to be important. Starting third, it really helped propel me up. Daniel and Nicholas really fought it out the first few laps, and once Daniel kind of got by, Stoddy kind of fell into my hands, and so we battled it out for a few laps, and then Alex Crosby was catching me throughout the end of the race, and I had a little bit of defending to do at the end, but other than that, it was a good race from us.
Yeah, tough race. Nick was pretty fast at the start. I was trying to save my tyre a little bit because I needed to build some pressure into it, but after that, managed to build a gap after the pass, and it was a pretty decent race from there.
Alex Crosby from the back to finish third, Connor Roberts in second, and Daniel Quimby takes the top step in F4 Race 2. Sunday morning, and it is near perfect weather for the F4 U.S. Championship presented by Mossport Karting Center. Connor Roberts thinks he's got some setup changes to make himself competitive with Quimby in this race.
I got a couple of setup changes that I think that I want to try, just some small things to maybe get that last little bit out of the car, and some tires.
Daniel Quimby gets off to another great start with Nicholas Stoddy, Alex Crosby, Connor Roberts, Barrett Wolf, and Lincoln Dave following. Barrett Wolf side by side with Connor Roberts in turn 2. About 5 laps in, Barrett Wolf has an issue at the exit of 1, but he was able to refire and get going. The next lap, Crosby goes too deep into one, and Connor Roberts looks to pick up a spot. Connor Roberts looks to have the fastest car in the field, but does he have the pace to first catch Stoddy and then Quimby? Roberts getting a draft out of the Andretti straight, making a brave move on Nicholas Stoddy. Can he make it stick going into turn 8 side by side? Stoddy looks like he has the advantage, but somehow Roberts stays in it and gets around him.
There's Roberts in the 46, Stoddy right behind him. And then a little bigger gap back to Alex Crosby in that 4th position. There's Crosby, right on schedule. Stoddy late on the brakes into turn number 8. The highest speed of these S's, they get gradually tighter as Stoddy comes into turn 10. And it sounds like he missed a downshift. You can hear that engine lugging as he's trying to get the power down. And there goes Crosby, taking advantage of that mistake.
Lap after lap, Roberts is closing on the leader, Daniel Quimby. But Quimby is able to win his 3rd in a row. A clean sweep for Quimby for the weekend. Connor Roberts finishes 2nd for the weekend, but what is this? We've got Crosby making a pass on Nicholas Stoddy into turn 8. Crosby going a little bit deep. Nicholas Stoddy has seen this before and stays in it also. Crosby getting a little bit sideways there. Can Stoddy get by him? 2 corners left. Stoddy gets by him at turn 10. Now it's going to be a drag race to the checkered flag. It looks like Nicholas Stoddy is barely going to take the last step of the podium over Alex Crosby. But what a finish for our last F4 race here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park.
Yeah, me and the team talked about it. We had old tyres and knew Connor was going to be on some new tyres, so we knew it was going to be quick. We wanted to build that gap pretty quickly and manage my tyres from there, and pretty good race.
How many weekends?
Connor Roberts, you were closing, just not enough time, huh?
Yeah, it was, great job to Daniel. He was fast all weekend. I just really didn't have the track position at the start of the race to really make the ground up, so I lost a little bit too much fighting with Nicholas and Alex. And so, we showed good pace in the final stages of the race and especially in the middle, but the gap was just too large to close.
There's your sweep of the weekend. That is Daniel Quimby.